Fort Loramie High School, where the Anna Rockets will take on the Fort Loramie Redskins. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney Auglay's Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, and of course our friends at NKTelco. Scott Fry here with you, and to my right is the effervescent Dave Helmstetter. Dave, how are you, bud?
I'm great. I'm what?
You're effervescent. You're scintillating. You're sparkling, and you're on what, game 32 this week or something like that, right?
Quite a few games this week. That's correct. And we got a good matchup here this afternoon. Very good one. The Anna Rockets come in at 2-1, 0-1 in league play. Wins over West Liberty Salem and Versailles. A nice win over Versailles, 57-26. But they lost their opener to Shelby County Athletic League foe Botkins, 46-38. A tough loss at home for sure. Rockets led by Brianne Riemann, 13.7 points per game and 3 rebounds. A nice inside-out player, shooting about 50% from the floor, Scott.
You know, on the Fort Loramie side of things, the beat rolls on here. We were talking off air before the game. Carla Siegel lost a number of great seniors, a couple of all-league players last year, and she appears to be reloaded. They are 3-0 with wins over Miami East, 50-24. Back on the 19th of November. The 23rd, they opened league play against Russia, 11-point win against an excellent Russia Raiders basketball team, and then a big win over Jackson Center, 58-14 on the 30th of November. And so these two programs typically in the top 3 of the conference here, Shelby County Athletic League, and this is their first, and I do believe they do the home and home here in the Shelby County Athletic League. You'll see them once at your place and then once on the road, and like we said, should be a good matchup.
Yeah, Fort Loramie's lost 7 seniors on that state championship team, but they got 4 nice seniors, key players coming back this year, led by Ava Schultes. Ava averaging right around 11 points a game and 3 rebounds, and you've got Colleen Brandowie, Riley Heitkamp, and Kara Meyer, all seniors. So the Redskins, the cupboard's not bare. It may take them a little bit to reload, but a very, very strong Fort Loramie team.
Well, one of the things Coach Siegel communicating with us before the game is she's really pleased with the progress of the younger players getting on board with her system. Carla has a way of doing things. She's 400+ wins now in her career. And the kids are coming on board. Defense with her kind of starts and ends with defense, right? Trapping defense. And that's coming along, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes today. So we're about a minute or so away. We'll get the national anthem going. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the starting lineups. They'll be brought to you by our good friends at Sydney Auglay's Audiology. Once again, the Anna Rockets here in town to take on the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Welcome back to Fort Loramie High School. Scott Fry, Dave Helmstetter getting ready to call some high school girls basketball on a chilly December Saturday afternoon. No place I'd rather be, Dave, than checking out what should be some pretty intense, hard-fought Shelby County Athletic League action.
Yeah, Fort Loramie unbeaten in league play. Anna coming off a tough loss to Botkins, looking to get their win streak going again. Tough opponent here in Fort Loramie for the Rockets.
Absolutely. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention kind of a belated congratulations to the program. Carla Siegel, state champions last year in Division 4. And that is a total of, I'm looking around the gym here, and I see 1, 2, 3 state titles for the ladies basketball program. So let's talk about some starters here. Brought to you by Sydney Auglaze Audiology. Number 10, Kaylee Brewer, senior. Number 12, Taylor Peppelman, junior. These are your Anna Rockets, by the way. Number 14, Brianne Riemann, senior. Number 22, Lena Rowland, senior. And number 30, Brenna Cobb, sophomore. Starters on the Fort Loramie side of the ledger. You see Carla Siegel out there at the end of the tunnel with her back to the camera. Here they come. Number 10, senior guard, Colleen Brandewie. Number 11, junior guard, Ava Turner. Number 12, senior guard, Riley Heitkamp. And number 21, probably the best known of the returning Lady Redskins, senior forward, Ava Schultes. And then number 23, senior guard, Kara Meyer. So we look for Fort Loramie to continue with their smothering defense as they take on the Rockets. We were talking again off the air, Dave. You had some interesting numbers around turnovers, if I'm not mistaken, for Fort Loramie getting into this game.
If you want to take a look at our keys to the game here today, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. If you look at the Rockets, number 1, they've got to limit Fort Loramie's transition game. They need to be patient and take some quality shots against this tough Fort Loramie squad and handle that defensive pressure. Fort Loramie, on the other hand, their keys to the game is to contain the drives to the basket that the Rockets will put up, beat that half-court press and trap, and the numbers game turnovers. The Fort Loramie Redskins have created 80 turnovers so far in 3 games this season.
That is amazing.
30 against a very good Russia team.
That is amazing. Yeah, Russia off to a nice start this season with their new head coach. Andy Timmerman had gone to New Bremen. And here comes your first turnover, and we're going to go all the way down, sort of a coast-to-coast little pass to Brandewie. It ends up and in, and so Fort Loramie, with their MO, create a turnover at the defensive end of the floor to feed their offense.
Yeah, Brandewie and Schultes into double figures, both for Fort Loramie with 11 and 10 points respectively.
See Schultes D'ing up Lena Rowland, and again, another turnover tip coming through the lane. Fort Loramie bringing it up. This is Riley Heitkamp. She'll slow things down into the half-court offense. Over to Ava Turner, back to Heitkamp. And so we'll get a first look at Coach Siegel's half-court offensive set. She was also talking about how they've lost some height, so she's anxious to see how the rebounding game goes. They're going to have to work maybe a little harder at that. It won't come as easily as they were running a 4-guard offense, and then Schultes kind of taking the role as their big. She's in the program as a forward. Brenna Cobb D's her up. Good to see the sophomore starting on varsity. Schultes with her first bucket of the night. And it's 4-0 Fort Loramie. Again, Brenna Cobb, the sophomore starter for Coach Maurer, played a lot of JV minutes and also some good varsity minutes, so it'll be interesting to see her career progress. This is Brianne Riemann, now another turnover, 3 trips down, 3 turnovers now in transition. Here comes Turner up off the glass and in, so the transition game working well for Coach Siegel. 6-0, Anna off to a quick start.
3 shots, 3 made baskets for the Rockets, and like you said, 3 turnovers already, and that's something the Rockets have got to handle, is this pressure that Fort Loramie, as you see right there.
Brenna Cobb gets trapped coming over the timeline, and Fort Loramie picks it up, and now Riley Heitkamp, the senior guard, will start the offense. That's down in the corner to Turner, now back up to Heitkamp. She'll chase that down. Looks like man-on-man defense right now for Anna. Turner dribbles around the defender, pulls up. Lena Rowland makes that a tough shot for her. Rebound to Loramie, outside shot, first long ball of the day. And the Redskins touch it out. 6-0 if you're just joining us. Welcome aboard. High school girls basketball here on NKTelco Sports. Glad to have you with us. And boy, lots of pressure to start things off here from Fort Loramie. And you see why. Wow, nice athletic play by Heitkamp. Gets the tip and then keeps the ball alive to Turner, up and in.
Boy, what a Turner's 2 out of 3. Just nice balance and this pressure. We've already got 5 turnovers for the Rockets here. First quarter action.
And there's almost a 6th as Schultes gets a touch on it. Now you're going to get a timeout by the Rockets bench. Want to talk things over? We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout with them, brought to you by Precision Strip. Early going here, Fort Loramie, 4:48 in the first. Redskins 8, Rockets 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes. Welcome back to Redskin Gymnasium. The Fort Loramie Redskins off to a quick start here, 8-0, built off of 5 turnovers. And Anna just having a little trouble getting the ball with the timeline now as Fort Loramie has cranked up their full court pressure.
Yeah, you take a look at the numbers for Fort Loramie. They've had 60 steals coming into tonight's game in 3 games. Again, some fascinating numbers.
There's another one as Riley Heitkamp stops the pass up through the key. Now Anna with a turnover of their own. That's Riemann with the ball there, number 14, the senior. And she'll get over the timeline, and so Fort Loramie is going to settle back in and play man-on-man half-court set defense, and then they'll try to trap the ball up at the corner. Riemann to a wide-open Cobb. She'll put it up and count that one from downtown. That's the first score of the day for the Rockets. Brenna Cobb with a 3-ball, 4:09 to go. Anna finally on the board. Now a little pressure at the timeline from the Rockets, forces a bad pass, and Riemann will come the other way. Schultes will D her up. Riemann, little spin move, and then Schultes blocks her shot attempt and takes it away. This will be Colleen Brandowy now. And the Redskins will get into their half-court set. Down low, this is number 40. That's Avery Brandowy now back up top to Heitkamp. A little short. Rebound there by Skylar Albers. And we'll get a little contact there from the Rockets. Lena Rowland, first foul of the game.
Avery Brandowy, a freshman, number 40, is into the lineup for Fort Loramie. Average 6.7 rebounds per game. Pretty nice to have a tall freshman off the bench for Coach Siegel. Inbound to Schultes in the paint, right side of the lane. Nice move, unable to get it down. Good defense there by number 42, Molly Rioch for the Rockets, and now Brenna Cobb will bring the ball over as Heitkamp D's her up now to Rioch. Quick ball movement and nice steal there by the freshman or sophomore Albers, excuse me. And Fort Loramie in business, up 8-3 here, 3:14 to go in the first. Schultes at the elbow, back out to Heitkamp. She'll fire, and she's money from long range. You hear our good friend Dave Ross in the background on the PA duties today in Fort Loramie, calling out that 3-point. Heitkamp 2 out of 8 from behind the arc this season, with that made 3.
Cobb, nice pass down into Walters, and now we're going to get a foul if she got the defense off their feet. I believe that's going to go against Riley Heitkamp. That is correct, her first. Team first. So 1 foul each. Non-shooting foul. Cobb, and that's part of the floor where Fort Loramie likes to trap, works the ball free. Cobb to Brewer. Brewer dribbles out of the trap. This is Rowland with it. Now back to Cobb. She'll try a little baseline runner up and over the defense, high off the glass. And Skylar Albers big in the middle there. Nice rebound. Passes ahead. And Anna does a nice job of getting back on defense. That was Victoria Mesher, another freshman forward, got some length. So the cupboard is definitely not bare when it comes to young talent here for Fort Loramie.
Victoria Mesher, a freshman, as is Avery Brandowy, so 2 freshmen into the game here in the opening quarter with just over 2 minutes to play.
A little jump ball in the corner that'll stay down at this end for Fort Loramie according to the scoreboard. Possession arrow. And inbounding will be Ava Turner. Anna doing a nice job of making this a little tough. Now with some separation there and into Mesher. Back to Turner so she can run the offense. It's Brandewie Turner all the way across. Another open three, a little bit long. Colleen Brandewie chases it down. Nice job rebounding. Nice little kind of a sky hook. Can't get it to fall. That was Avery Brandewie, and then a nice rebound putback. And Fort Loramie now with a 10-point margin. Biggest lead of the game here, Dave, with just under 2 minutes to go in the opening stanza.
Just making their presence known inside, getting a lot of second shots and controlling the rebounds, as well as the floor game, as turnovers obviously a big problem for the Rockets.
Brenna Cobb out on the left wing now, and she traveled. Her pivot foot slid, and the Rockets will send in Brianne Riemann, and they will give Brenna Cobb a rest.
8 turnovers so far for the Rockets here, trying to handle the ball, facing that Fort Loramie pressured defense. And I'll tell you though, you look at this on offense for Fort Loramie, that rebounding is so strong.
Sure is. Look at that. They're surrounded the ball. Turner ends up coming down with it and get a scrum underneath, and the official gets that arm in the air. We'll see who got called. That'll be Molly Rioch with her first personal foul. Second team foul against the Rockets.
Rioch's first foul, but Molly's done a nice job for the Rockets on the board. 5 rebounds per contest.
And Brandewie with the bucket. That's for 4th point. 2 field goals here. Brenna Cobb picks up her dribble. Get in a little trouble. Rioch bails her out. And the Rockets try to get this half-court offense going. It's been almost non-existent. 1 3-point bucket is all they've been able to produce here as we get down into the final minute of the first period, and the defense again collapses, takes it away. This is Turner all the way up the floor, going to go ahead and push the issue. Wisely backing it back out is Avery Brandewie, and then they'll reset their half-court offense. Avery Brandewie now to, or this is Avery Brandewie, excuse me, and a little dribbler in the middle there. Skylar Albert is unable to get it to go, and Anna will get possession. Cobb comes back in for the Rockets. First time I'm going to say this name, Jaden Rose, sophomore guard, in for Fort Loramie now. So again, the rotation, the depth, pretty awesome for Coach Siegel and the Lady Redskins.
Yeah, Fort Loramie's dropping back into some half-court pressure as Rockets looking at a 12-point deficit as Cobb handles the ball.
This is Brianne Riemann, the senior, with it, almost losing it. Again, there's that trapping defense. You see the Redskins just smother to the ball. And Jenna Walters tries to make a baseline move, and the defender moved, and there was contact. So you're going to get number 30, Jaden Rose, her first personal. Second team foul as Colleen Brandewie comes off the floor for Coach Siegel.
Rockets they have a very difficult time in getting in any kind of flow on their offense, and that's because of the turnovers and the deflections and the great.
Nice block shot by Schultes right there, and you're exactly right, Dave. They just can't get anything going, and that'll bring an end to the first quarter of play as Heitkamp almost buries one from half court. Fort Loramie 15, the Anna Rockets 3 here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to Fort Loramie High School, home of the Redskins. Great athletic programs here all throughout the region, Dave. We kind of have an embarrassment of riches, blessed with excellent sports to cover here in NKTelco Sports. And once again, here we are with Shelby County Athletic League basketball.
Yeah, the Rockets here trying to end a 9. They've lost 9 straight years here at Fort Loramie, so trying to snap that losing streak, and it's pretty difficult as they've had 9 turnovers so far here in the opening quarter.
And again, as you mentioned, a lot of ball pressure on the defense for the Redskins, and Anna struggling just to get this thing in play. Taylor Peppelman now going to inbound for Coach Maurer. I think today, though, looks like Erica Huber doing the coaching duties at the Anna bench. At least she's the one on her feet.
Jeff Maurer, head coach, has been under the weather the last week or so.
No good. No good. Wish him a strong recovery. Brenna Cobb airs it out. High rebound down to Heitkamp, and we'll go the other way, and she's going to press it. Ava Turner up. One dribble and in. Nice play there, Fort Loramie. 17-3. Foot is on the gas, Dave, as they are controlling at both ends of the floor.
8 out of 19 for Fort Loramie. 19 shots just to only 5 for the Rockets here in the first half of play.
Kicks out to Cobb. Long off the back of the iron for that 3 attempt. Turner will chase it down. And Heitkamp's going to press the issue. This is on the left wing. This is Kara Meyer inside to Schultes. Good to see Ava Schultes back in action. You see that knee brace. A lot of contact underneath, nothing called. Brenna Cobb going to take it the other way. Nice defense there by Heitkamp. Good to see the officials let them go at it. 2 block shots for Fort Loramie, and they're going to come away with the ball as it was last touched by a Rocket. So very impressive transition defense for the Redskins.
And the Redskins have so much depth, too. They can just continually run players off that bench. Coach Siegel has good depth, does a great job at developing all of the depth that the Redskins have.
Nice little quick pass inside to Turner. Now back up top to Heitkamp. And you can count that off the back of the iron. That's another 3 for Heitkamp. She's got 2 field goals, both from beyond the arc, 6 points, 20-3 lead now for Fort Loramie. Cobb gives over here to Brewer. Brewer's going to try to dribble across. The defense immediately pressures her. Back to Cobb on the left side. Guarding her is Heitkamp. Cobb's going to pull around and go over her. She'll get double teamed, and now we're going to get a foul, I think, on Heitkamp. Let's see what our official says here. White 12 is correct, so Brenna Cobb will go to the line to shoot the first 2 free throws of today's contest.
Cobb trying to use her quickness on that baseline to make something happen for the Rockets, but Heitkamp trying to get over and get position, draws the foul.
And Brenna Cobb buries the first free throw. That will be her 4th point of the afternoon. She did bury a 3 early on. So she has accounted for all of the offense here for the Rockets in the early going. Fine athlete, seen her play some great softball as well, Brenna Cobb. And as you mentioned, her speed and quickness, you saw on that play, she tried to get around the defense, and in doing so was fouled. Misses the second half of the 2 free throws, and now Fort Loramie again going to press the ball in transition. It was one of the 3 keys. And now Colleen Brandewie for 3, count it. And Brandewie now with, they're going to say that was a 2-pointer, and you're going to get a timeout by Coach Huber on the Anna side. Fort Loramie 22, the Rockets 4 here on NKTelco Sports.
All Glaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Once again, high school ladies varsity basketball. I want to make a little correction. I gave Brenna Cobb credit for a 3-point basket earlier on. That was actually Kaylee Brewer for the Rockets, so my apologies. And Cobb has 1 point. Her first tally was that free throw you saw. 22-4, Fort Loramie all over the Lady Rockets as Cobb brings it over the timeline. A little bounce pass into Peppelman. Rioch comes up top to get it. Back to Cobb. Again, Fort Loramie just such a nice job of gap control, and then they get quick to the ball. Little lob inside to Rioch. A lot of contact there. Rioch unable to come down with it. Another turnover. Fort Loramie now on the left side. That's Colleen Brandewie up top to Jaden Rose. Back to Rose from Schultes. Schultes will go settle down in the elbow. And then a nice little give inside to Avery Brandewie for the bucket. 24-4, 20-point lead here with 5 minutes to go in the first half, Dave. Just incredible the way these Redskins can play defense.
Yeah, and they've taken the high pressure game away, but still in their half-court man-to-man, they're just tough.
Runner down the lane by Peppelman off the glass, no good. Now Schultes is going to run the other direction. Down inside to Avery Brandewie, doesn't even need to put it on the floor. Just a nice ball movement.
Beautiful move by Brandewie, just got the pass off the glass, and the big lead, 22 points for the Redskins.
4 points for Brandewie. Up top now to Brewer, over to Cobb. And again, you see the spacing inside. There's nothing inside for Anna. Just so tight in there. Fort Loramie playing a very, very tough pressure man-to-man. Now a little turnaround for Rioch from the elbow, no good, and Fort Loramie comes down with it. Boy, they are doing a great job of rebounding at both ends here, Dave. Down inside to Brandewie, up and in for Avery Brandewie, and that is 6 points for the freshman forward here in the first half.
Yeah, take a look at rebounds. It's 12-6 edge for Fort Loramie as they've just really dominated on the boards.
Now Brewer gets trapped, and you're going to get a little contact there. That's Jaden Rose. She will pick up her second foul, team fourth. Get some subs coming in now for the Rockets. 44, Jenna Walters. And then in for Fort Loramie, we're going to get number 31. That's Victoria Mesher. Also coming in for Fort Loramie, her first action, number 20, senior guard Aubrey Baker, as Jaden Rose will have a seat with 2 fouls. And also in for Fort Loramie there, Allison Schmidtmeyer with her first action of the day. Brewer kicks out to Jenna Walters. Up top to Cobb. Again, Anna trying to work that ball around quickly, and they are doing so, but as soon as they get that ball around, there's a Redskin in their face. They can't really do much with it. And now Brewer with a quick trigger fires long and off. Again, a contested 3, and Loramie comes down. That's Skylar Albers. Nice rebound for the Redskins. Albers with it now, back up top. Nice little touch there by Cobb. She's going to go all the way down, up and in. Nice block by Colleen Brandewie. Did a great job of getting back on defense. Nice turnover there for Anna, but unable to do anything with it. I'm curious how many blocks there have been by Fort Loramie. I've got to guess 4 or 5 already, Dave.
I think you're in the ballpark. Lots of good defense by Fort Loramie.
Allison Schmidtmeyer with it. Now back. And again, Cobb, 2 steals on subsequent possessions. She's going to pull it down, stop at the elbow, pull up jumper off the right side of the iron, and then another Fort Loramie rebound, this time Allison Schmidtmeyer. And Colleen Brandewie will walk it across the timeline for Lady Redskins.
Fort Loramie has 15 blocks on the season coming into tonight, so if they have 5, they've already reached their average, and we're still in the first half.
Absolutely. Now the ball's dead. Nice job D'ing up. Timeout called by Fort Loramie with 2:26 to go here in the second. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Dave. It's just a 30-second timeout for the Redskins, just to bail out the guard who had picked up her dribble way up near the timeline.
Yeah, this one, Fort Loramie just showing why they're unbeaten and why they have such a strong program. Just strength overall. Out rebounding Fort Loramie 13-7 so far here in the first half. Turnovers, Rockets have done a lot better job here in the second quarter. Of course, Fort Loramie has pulled the full court pressure off. Rockets have only 1 turnover here in this quarter, 10 overall. And Fort Loramie has had 4 turnovers here in the first half of play.
And as you see, that has equated to quite the gap in score. 28-4, Fort Loramie the lead. A lone 3 by Brewer, and then a free throw made by Cobb. And now we're going to get some body contact. I think they got Taylor Peppelman. She put the hip check on Turner, and that is correct. Peppelman on her first personal 3rd team foul.
Taylor Peppelman, key player for the Rockets. She comes into tonight's game averaging a little over 8 points, pretty quick. And one of the points that Coach Siegel made, wanted to stop Peppelman.
Yep, so far so good.
Offensively.
Foul is called this time on Aubrey Baker for the Redskins, her first, team 5th. And so Anna will come across. This is Kaylee Brewer, the senior, 5'2" 2-inch guard. She'll switch hands, try to work around the defense. Now Jenna Walters with it. And again, you can see there the gap and the man-to-man defense making it very tough for Anna to work anything inside. Now Peppelman with it. She's going to go right to the rack. Nice job getting over there on defense, and you're going to get a made basket as Victoria Mesher got over there. She slid nice over there, but didn't get her feet set. And Peppelman, as you'll see on the Winners Meets replay, watch Peppelman streak to the baseline, and you see Mesher never gets set. A lot of body there. So basket is good.
Nice shot there by Peppelman.
Yeah, Peppelman tries to get the and one, nothing doing. And then Fort Loramie crashing the boards, and then we're going to get a push under the basket. This will go against Anna. And that'll be Jenna Walters picking up her first personal, team 4th. And so Ava Turner will bring it across. And it's interesting, too. We see a lot of different girls running the offense here for Fort Loramie. We've seen Colleen Brandowy, Ava Turner, Riley Heitkamp all running the offense. Now you get an Anna turnover. And this is Brianne Riemann bringing the ball across the timeline. Schultes will D her up at the top of the circle. And then again, disruptive defense gets a hand in there. That's Ava Turner creating a turnover. And then Baker has a little trouble with the Schultes pass. And Fort Loramie will set their half-court offense. Ava Turner over to Skylar Albers. Now into Schultes. Let her go to work in the paint. She goes up. A lot of contact, no call. They're going to say it was off of Anna. It's one of the things you see enough Shelby County Athletic League basketball, Dave, down here. They let them play. It's a very physical brand of basketball they like to play down here.
Yeah, Schultes made a nice move inside. Shot doesn't go, but Fort Loramie gets another crack at it, and they get it right back into Schultes.
This time Schultes loses a handle. Molly Riak takes it away. Bounce pass ahead to Brewer. She has to pull up and stop as Ava Turner gets back on defense. And now Peppelman off the dribble, and you see why Coach Siegel was concerned with her as she got the defender with the shot fake off her feet and then dribbled around her up and in.
Yeah, nice move by Peppelman.
And then this is Kara Meyer with the ball. Brewer D'ing her up pretty tight. You see Peppelman will take the guard, play her close. Nice pass into Meyer, up and in off the glass. Nice entry pass from all the way atop the circle. 30-8 now with less than 30 seconds to go here in the half. And Brewer will take it coast to coast up and in. So nice bucket there for Kaylee Brewer as she dribbles around the defense. And you start to wonder if Anna would be better served, Dave, just running rather than trying to beat the set defense by the Redskins. And now all the way over to Albers with a miss. Rebound Avery Brandowy, and we're going to get a foul called on the far right side. And that'll be Molly Riak's second personal foul. Team 5th. So 5 fouls on the Rockets in the first half, 6 on the Redskins. Turner with a little lob into Schultes. She won't even put it down, throws up a prayer, and in it goes. So at the end of the first half, the Fort Loramie Redskins 32, the Anna Rockets 10 here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Loramie, and New Bremen.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber, Hilsman Automotive,
Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center offers a family-friendly environment with a personalized approach to reduce pain, restore function, and improve mobility. Dr. Christopher Stuckey specializes in reconstructive foot and ankle surgery, diabetic foot care, trauma including fractures and sports injuries, along with bunions, hammer toes, and ingrown toenails. Grand Lake Foot and Ankle Center has offices located in St. Mary's and Salina. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-394-8664.
Edith Minster, Clopay, Keyhole Pizza.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Welcome back to Fort Loramie High School. Scott Fry and Dave Helmstetter here. First half is in the books, and we are going to get the Wagner's IGA stats and recap from Dave Helmstetter.
Let's take a look at those numbers. And boy, I tell you, Fort Loramie really came out of the gate fast. As you take a look at the first half numbers for the Redskins, 15 out of 31 from the field, 2 out of 7 from behind the arc. The Rockets, on the other hand, only 4 out of 16 and 1 out of 4. Not much shooting going on at the free throw line, as you see there. Board battle goes to Fort Loramie, 15-9. Turnovers, Anna had 11, and the Redskins 6. But 9 of those turnovers came in the first quarter when Fort Loramie jumped out to that big 15-3 lead. And I would predict that once Fort Loramie gets back on defense here, that they're going to apply some pressure here to start this second half, Scott.
I would say you're right. That seems to be Coach Siegel's MO, is if you think the pressure in the first half was fun,
get ready for the second half,
because
it's going to come some more.
So Kara Meyer is going to inbound here for the Redskins, and we are underway in the second half. This is Colleen Brandewie over to Ava Schultes. Now down inside, back to Kara Meyer, kicks back out to Schultes. Riley Heitkamp with it. See Kaylee Brewer defending her. Taylor Peppelman's going to cover Turner. That's been a good battle all day. Now Turner's going to flash inside, up and in off the glass. 34-10, a little Saturday afternoon football score as Brenna Cobb will come across the timeline with it.
Turner's got 8 points now for the Redskins.
Having a great afternoon.
Scoring.
Yeah, excellent. See if Anna can get this half-court offense going. There's a tip, but they retain possession. Oh, Fort Loramie does such a nice job switching on the ball, almost causing a turnover, and they're not quite done yet as they've got Rioch trapped. Cobb down into the corner for Brewer. Now she's going to try to get it into Riemann, and the defense collapses on that, and Colleen Brandewie pushes it up the floor. She's got Schultes streaking one time on the floor, up and in. Schultes now with 6.
Thing of beauty.
Sure is. They move that ball so well together. Kaylee Brewer with it now. Peppelman up top. Nothing easy for the Rockets as this aggressive defense continues. Now up goes Rioch, and it is taken away by Turner. So many blocks. And that block was a steal as well. Now Colleen Brandewie will pull it up top to Heitkamp. She's got Kaylee Brewer guarding her. These two young ladies have played a little basketball against one another over the years. And Taylor Peppelman trying to get into the turnover game. She will tie up Turner right at center court, and it will go Anna's way. And this is Molly Rioch. I think I gave, Lena Rowland credit for that. Should get credit for that effort, along with Riemann. Peppelman now inbounds to Cobb. As the sophomore surveys the floor, comes across the timeline as she faces Riley Heitkamp. Now Brewer pass across to Cobb, and she'll take off the dribble. She's so quick, but Schultes is there to slam the door and block the shot. And then Fort Loramie trying to run the ball back up the floor, tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, we hit the 6-minute mark, and Coach Siegel again making more substitutes, keeping all those players fresh.
Yep.
That makes it tough on a team, especially when you have such a suffocating and relentless defense that Fort Loramie has.
Absolutely correct. And it's, there's not a big lapse, Dave, in talent or outcome, I should say, at either end of the floor when Coach Siegel subs those girls in. It's just a deep roster. They can all come in and play the system. And now Peppelman pulls up and shoots for three. Rioch tries to save it, but it was already out of bounds. And so we'll go the other way off the missed basket. Anna scoreless here to start the third quarter. This is Heitkamp. Turner flashes out to get it. She's got Peppelman all over her. This is Avery Brandewie. She'll drive it in, go wide, high off the glass. Nice job on defense there by Lena Rowland, forcing Brandewie to take it wide. Now Cobb going to press it up quick to Brewer, left wing, a little short. And Rioch with the up and in off the rebound. Nice play right there by Molly Rioch getting under the bucket. 36-12, first points of the second half for the Rockets. And this is Skylar Albers with it now back up top to the senior guard Heitkamp. Albers again. Tries to get a bounce pass inside to Schultes. Brewer and Rioch shut that down. And now you're going to see just a little pressure off of that. Not really what I would call a press as Cobb brings it across to Heitkamp. Spins around. Nice Rioch off the pass, up and in, off the glass. Very quick off that pass that time. Well done. So Anna with a couple of baskets back to back. Now Schultes going to go to work. She gets hacked pretty hard there. I think they're going to get number 12, Peppelman, on that. That is correct. Taylor Peppelman, her second.
Nice balanced scoring for Fort Loramie at the half. Brandewie, Turner, Heitkamp, and Avery Brandewie, all with 6 points as we move into the third quarter.
Schultes missing the front end of her two shots. Colleen Brandewie will check in for the Redskins. Brianne Riemann will check in for the Rockets. Also coming in for Anna is Jenna Walters. And I believe Fort Loramie is going to sub Schultes out. They've got somebody at the table. In for the shooter, as they say.
Schultes 4 out of 7 at the line this season.
Just the fourth game of the young season for both schools. Rockets 2-1, 0-1 in the conference, and the Redskins 3-0, 2-0 in the conference. Subbing in for Fort Loramie, this is Victoria Mesher, the freshman forward, and Brenna Cobb going to bring the ball over. This is Walters with it. Now she's trapped. Rioch comes up to help. Again, swarming defense. Brenna Cobb now gets out of the trap. She's going to bounce past it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Looked like Walters was going to curl inside there, Dave. So a little miscommunication, and the defense like that will do that to you.
Yeah, the pass, nobody in the corner that time. That's 13 turnovers for Anna so far today.
Start to feel like you need to improvise, and when only one of them improvises,
it doesn't
work.
Disconnection,
yeah. Boy, do I know a thing or two about that. Big skip pass across. Brandewie handles it. Now Turner almost loses it. And then you're going to get a foul. Yeah. Yep, going to get a push. Yeah, I mean, you have to call that. Wasn't certainly intentional, but didn't mean to do it. Is not a suitable defense against a foul call, Dave.
No, it isn't, and that's the second foul on Jenna Walters here today.
Also the second team foul here in the second half. As Victoria Mesher will inbound. This is Colleen Brandewie with it. Kaylee Brewer all over her. Now back to Mesher. She had Avery Brandewie flashing but couldn't get it to her. Turner is going to pull up and shoot the three. And Avery Brandewie will rescue that rebound and then take a baseline jumper. Little air ball there. As Kaylee Brewer is going to push it. Look out behind you. Ava Turner's coming, and now Anna's going to have to come back out and play their half-court offensive set. Riemann tries the right side, nothing there. Now she'll skip over to Rioch, down to Walters. Picks up her dribble, now she's in trouble. And there it is, you see Ava Turner getting in the passing lane.
So quick is Fort Loramie. The defense, you're talking about counting deflections and turnovers. Fort Loramie has a lot of those, I'll tell you.
They sure do.
Quickness just incredible for the Redskins.
This is Riemann up top with it. She'll be guarded by Colleen Brandewie. Brewer on the left wing surveys the offense. Again, Anna just can't get anybody open inside. And now we'll have a contested battle for the ball. We'll get it tied up here as a jump ball, and that'll go Fort Loramie's way as Lena Rowland checks back in for the Rockets. She will send Jenna Walters back to the bench.
Tough afternoon for the Rockets overall, but also for their leading scorer, Brianne Riemann. Came into today's game averaging a little over 13 points. She's looking for her first basket.
Yeah.
So though, if you're going to credit some Fort Loramie defense, that's certainly one player who has borne the result of the Redskins' defensive play.
Well, that's for sure. This is Avery Brandewie with it now. She's going to kick back up to Heitkamp, and Fort Loramie will restart their half-court set. Brenna Cobb guarding her closely. Meyer. Showed a skip pass across to Colleen Brandewie. Open three, long off the iron. And Meyer somehow comes down with it. She's going to hit a running Heitkamp. And then Riley Heitkamp back up top, and Brenna Cobb will play D there. Now a nice entry pass to Schultes, a little lob. She waits for the defense to go up and then goes up herself behind her. 39-14.
They've been working on that lob. It's the first time it's worked, about 3 or 4 times previously, and that time it works to perfection.
Rioch now going to go baseline strong up, and there's Schultes. Blocks that shot, tips it out of bounds. Anna will keep possession down here in their end. Brewer sends Rioch off for a breather. And Cobb will inbound. Peppelman with it now to Rioch as Anna sets their half-court offense, and Schultes all over that pass. What amazes me how quickly Fort Loramie gets a finger or a hand on the ball. Riemann with a nice spin move up and in, but again contested by Brandewie and rebounded by Schultes. Nothing there. 1:20 to go here in the third. Thanks for joining us. High school girls basketball, Shelby County Athletic League style. Now a little give and go to Brandewie, and it's in. Nice ball movement there by Fort Loramie. That's 8 for Brandewie. As Brenna Cobb brings it over, Riley Heitkamp will D her up. Cobb to Brewer, right out to play her as Meyer. Rioch, now she's going to lob into Riemann, up and in. Nice bucket. Riemann that time had good position down low. Nice pass, nice entry pass in. Good bucket.
And Riemann gets her first basket of the day.
That's a telling thing right there. Heitkamp off the screen, almost loses it, now down low. And then Anna with the turnover. This is Riemann, looks like she's gonna go all the way, maybe hit Brewer. She does, little bounce pass. She lets Schultes go by, loses the handle. And then Schultes gonna get called on the contact underneath. That'll be Ava's first foul. And the first foul of the half for Fort Loramie. With under 30 seconds to go, this will send Kaylee Brewer to the line. Brewer with 5 points, make it 6. Mesher will check in now. Victoria Mesher, also Ava Turner, also Jaden Rose, all for Fort Loramie. So Coach Siegel sends in the reinforcements. Anna's going to go ahead and try to match up with that. Jenna Walters will come in. And we'll get our second free throw. Walters will give Riemann a break. Riemann finally tallying, as you mentioned, Dave, first 2 field goals of the day.
Yeah, Riemann only took 1 shot in that first half and 1 for 2 here in the third quarter.
So 41-18 as Brewer hits the second free throw. And this is Skylar Albers with it. Cobb, oh, nice pass down into Schultes. Boy, oh boy. They make it look so easy, Dave. Skylar Albers feeding Schultes down underneath, and Schultes now in double digits with 11. This is Walters with it. Rioch in the corner. Schultes will D her up. Nice job by Cobb getting in, but boy, she's down in the trees, and Mesher makes it all but impossible. And that will bring the third quarter to an end. Fort Loramie 43, Anna 18. Here on NKTelco Sports.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. NKTelco partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, support, and more. Our advanced system delivers the speed you need with enhanced reliability and support. Running a business is tough. Contact NKTelco and let our expert team give you a hand.
Precision Strip. Tom and Jerry's. Kogi Plumbing and Heating. Carriage Works. New Knoxville Supply Company. Welcome back to Fort Loramie High School. This game will be rebroadcast on Sunday, December 5th, 4 p.m. Sunday, December 12th at 8 p.m. You can watch it on NKTelco Channel 3 or in high definition on Channel 503. And by the time you get to see this, it'll be old news, but we would like to congratulate Coach Tim Goodwin and the Marion Local Flyers on their 12th state title in high school football. They won earlier today 42-7 over Newark Catholic, and that is a OHSAA record 12 state titles for the Marion Local Flyer football program.
Real shout out to the Marion Local Flyers for another successful campaign.
Coach Goodwin, 22 seasons and 12 state titles. Not a bad percentage there if you keep track of such things.
Pretty amazing number when you really think about it.
Sure is. And the MAC just keeps racking them up. Chance for 3 state titles in football today. Coldwater will be getting underway versus Cary here in a little while, and then Versailles will be taking on the Kirtland Hornets. No stranger to state title action. So,
once again, Fort Loramie shooting well in that third quarter. 5 out of 9 were the Redskins.
Brenna Cobb with it on the left side now. She works off the screen. Back to Riemann. Brewer. Riemann sets a screen, a little pick and roll. Brewer unable to get it to her because Schultes smothered any pass attempt there as Peppelman now tries to work off the screen. She'll set up and shoot. Goes long, and there with the rebound is Skylar Albers, and Rioch takes it away. Very physical move there. And then Brenna Cobb, pretty tough pass there from Riemann. So Anna will reset and get their half-court offensive going. Rioch sets the screen. Now Cobb has Schultes on her. She's picked up by a screen. Now down inside to Riemann. She manages to get a hold of it, and Turner shuts that down. Goodness. And this will be Jaden Rose bringing the ball across. Sophomore guard for Coach Siegel, picks up her dribble, gets in a little trouble. Turner comes up to help her out. Peppelman on her. Pass down low to Albers. There's a nice mismatch if you're Fort Loramie. Brenna Cobb trying to guard Albers. Riemann will come out, and Rowland will come in for Anna. Mesher off, and Colleen Brandewie in for the Redskins. 43-18 now in the final stanza. Brandewie off the inbound, little spin move up and in. Jaden Rose did a nice job of putting that pass where only Colleen Brandewie could get it. And that's 10, another Redskin in double digits. 10 for Colleen Brandewie.
Just great offensive balance for the Redskins.
Sure is. Brewer with the long 3 off the front of the iron. And the only person down there to get a rebound is Ava Schultes, and she does it. Now Albert's going to press the issue. Rioch and Cobb combine to contest that, and now a little feed ahead to Brewer. Rose is there, but Brewer able to get up and in, so 45-20 now. Anna being able to get some points on the board here in the second half, and now I think we're going to get a walk. Yeah, Ava Turner just got a little bit out over her skis, so to speak. And a rare Redskin turnover.
5 turnovers here in the second half for the Redskins. Pretty consistent in how they handle the basketball.
This is Brewer now. She's going to take a long 3 off the back of the iron. Nice job by Lena Rowland pulling that rebound down. Anna works the ball around. Cobb now going to flash it inside to Rioch. She'll have to kick it back outside, and there's Skylar Albers, and now you're going to get a lot of contact by Molly Rioch. And that'll be Molly's third third team foul for the Rockets. You saw Skylar Albers kind of rubbing her head there, elbow.
Lots of substitutes, as one would anticipate with a 25-point lead for the Redskins.
It would be interesting to see what the minutes look like up and down the roster, how even they are for Fort Loramie. There's a lot of girls getting good minutes here. Avery Brandewie has to kick it back out to Albers, and that one's long, and it's going to go off the foot of Avery Brandewie. Oh, now they're going to say it went off of Anna. My apologies. Colleen Brandewie will inbounds.
7 different players into the scoring act for Fort Loramie.
And that's good balance, like you said. This is Riley Heitkamp with it now, directing the offense. Brenna Cobb going to make it tough on her. Excuse me, that's Kaylee Brewer, my apologies. 2 guards for Anna. Both short, dark hair, look very similar when they're on the floor. Plus I'm old. That might be a factor as well. Colleen Brandewie with it now. Fort Loramie kind of slowing the pace, just trying to get out of this game now. 4:18 to go with a big lead, 25-point lead. And Rose is going to take it up, and I think Brenna Cobb tied her up, so that'll be a jump ball. In comes Avery Baker for the Redskins, and Riemann for the Rockets will give Taylor Peppelman a breather. That's Rose with it now down in the corner. Heitkamp, she tries to dribble around Brewer, nothing doing. Rose will set the screen. Aubrey Baker with it. She tries to feed Avery Brandewie. Cobb comes away with it. She's going to press it right up at Heitkamp, and she'll draw the contact and get called for a charge. Heitkamp was parked under there for quite a little while, and you could see Cobb kind of just leaned in a little bit. You'll see it on the Winners Meets replay here is, yeah, you see the defender set, and then Cobb just boop, little shoulder, and that'll go against the offense every time.
Tried to pull up, but not in time.
Yep.
So.
And that's Brenna Cobb's first foul. 4th team foul on the Rockets. Brandewie with it. Now over to the other Brandewie. That was Avery to Colleen. Jaden Rose with it. Riemann will D her up. Brewer almost gets it away from Heitkamp. This is Baker. Cobb is all over her. I tell you, Brenna Cobb, very aggressive defense, and it results in another turnover. 2 trips down now. Cobb has been part of turnovers. And she will lob over to Brewer. Brewer's going to go ahead and get into the trees, and we're going to get a reach. And that'll go on Avery Brandewie, the freshman forward. Rockets going to send McKenna Pettis, the freshman, for her first action of the afternoon. Victoria Mesher comes in for Coach Siegel and the Redskins. Cobb trying to find an open Rocket. There she's got Pettis, and then it's tipped away. 3:04 to go in this one now. Fort Loramie with a commanding lead, 45-20. Mesher flashes out to get it. Pettis on her. It's Avery Brandewie again trying to find an open Redskin in the paint. Kara Meyer with it now. Lena Rowland giving Meyer all the pressure she can handle. Now Cobb making it tough. Heitkamp gets away, a little bounce pass across. Boy, right idea. But Avery Brandewie unable to handle it, and now Anna will sub in Liz Stouter, 5'8" freshman. She wears jersey number 4. This will be her first action in the contest, as Riemann gets a hand from the Rocket faithful. Probably her last action for the afternoon. And again, if you're wondering who the young lady is on the Rockets bench running the show. Brewer with the big three. She buries that. Erica Huber, the varsity assistant coach at the helm today, on behalf of Jeff Maurer. He is under the weather, as Dave said, and you're going to get a little timeout action by the Redskins. That's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 45-23 Redskins here on NKTelco Sport.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Welcome back to Fort Loramie High School. Scott Fry with you. Dave Helmstetter with color and stats and interesting facts. A great afternoon for girls basketball if you're a Fort Loramie Redskin, and tough sledding here if you're an Anna Rocket. And boy, oh boy, Fort Loramie has just been efficient with the basketball. They've played very good pressure defense, and it's clean defense. They don't maul you.
Set the tone with that first quarter,
Yeah.
15-3. They just came right at the Rockets with full court pressure, and that put them up by 12. And really, since then, it's just been their game to play.
Yep, absolutely. Now Leonard Rowland, and again, you see that Loramie defense collapse. This will be Riley Heitkamp up and off the glass and in. So 47-23, under 2 minutes to go. Brenna Cobb's going to bring it over for the Rockets. Into the game now, this is Jaden Huber, number 40. And then a long pass, easy read for Heitkamp, a little 3-on-2. She'll go all the way up, and Huber will put the body on to Riley Heitkamp, get called for the foul. That's Huber's first foul. And that'll send Riley Heitkamp to the line to shoot a pair. Heitkamp with 8 points on the contest. Make it 9. If she can sink this free throw, she would be the third, I think, flyer in double digits. Deeper into the bench we go. Olivia Mesher now, number 32, comes in for Fort Loramie. Victoria Mesher also in. Both freshmen. And Heitkamp with that free throw is in double digits, 10 on the contest. Stauder with the miss. Cobb with the rebound. Cross to Huber. Now back out to Stauder with the jumper, about a 16-footer. Rattles out. Stauder again off the baseline. Riak will take advantage of that air ball. And then up and in goes McKenna Pettis. So some of the youngsters getting some action here for Anna. Good minutes against a great Fort Loramie team. 49-25, the Redskins with the lead and the ball as Jaden Rose dribbles in. Pulls up. Now across to Olivia Mesher at the elbow. And then Riley Heitkamp will set the offense. Into Victoria Mesher working on Molly Riak. Riak does a nice job of contesting that. And McKenna Pettis comes down with that rebound. Brenna Cobb with it. Now back to Pettis. Pettis going to dribble inside. Pressure from Mesher up and in. Nope. Got a little excited there, didn't I? Huber close. And now we're going to get a jump ball underneath. That'll go to Anna, so the ball will stay down here, Dave.
Yeah, Rockets trying to put some points on the board here and make it look a little bit more respectable. Down by 24.
Huber will try to dribble this thing in, try to back down her defender. Now passes across to Stauder. Excuse me, that was Pettis, my apologies. Brenna Cobb with it now. She's working on Riley Heitkamp. Kicks over to an open Rocket. That was Huber. Miss off the back of the iron. Victoria Mesher with the rebound. And that's going to do it, Dave. Your final score here in Fort Loramie. The Redskins all over the Anna Rockets, 49-25. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, Dave Hemmelgarn's going to give us the Wagner's IGA stats and recap before we wrap things up here on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Thank you for your patience as we construct a new fiber broadband service in your area. We know that along with this process comes disruption in the easements and right-of-way areas, and we are restoring most areas as we complete them. A few areas will have some utility work installed, so we need to wait for the work to be completed before the lawns can be repaired. We're very close to having the fiber or coax drops cleaned up and replaced with fiber optic drops. Hang in there just a little longer, and we'll have a majority of the new fiber system installed.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clopay Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clopay is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clopay offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clopay.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? NKTelco Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. NKTelco is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at NKTelco Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with NKTelco.
Welcome back to Fort Loramie High School. You see that beautiful artwork on the hardwood, and it was a bunch of beautiful artwork in terms of basketball today as the Fort Loramie Lady Redskins all over the Anna Rockets 49-25. And I think I owe my co-host an apology. I called you by the wrong last name, Dave, so I'll try to get it right. Dave Helmstetter is going to present the Wagner's IGA stats and recap.
And we'll move on from that. Take a look at the numbers here this afternoon. Fort Loramie 22 out of 47 from the field, 2 out of 10 from 3 points. Free throws, 3 out of 4 out-rebounded the Rockets 25-22, had 15 turnovers. Most of those, 6 of them coming in the final quarter. Rockets, on the other hand, just got off to a very, very slow start in that first half. Only 4 out of 16 in the first half. Finished a little bit better. Got those numbers up, 11 out of 39. 2 out of 11 from behind the arc. At the line, they were 3 out of 5. And as we said on the boards, they had 22. Turnovers haunted them. They had 18. And 9 of those 18 came in the first half when the pressure from Fort Loramie was just a little bit too much as the Redskins jumped out to a 15-3 lead.
Absolutely. So thank you for the stats. You see some nice replays there. Again, great ball movement by Fort Loramie on offense and great, I don't know what to call it, smothering defense, I think you called it earlier. And that was certainly the case, and that was certainly the, as you see, another turnover there. And then a nice give and go up and in for the Redskins. But that was certainly what drove this victory today for Coach Siegel and the Redskins. One more piece of business we'd like to introduce to you, our NKTelco player of the game.
Yeah, that's Ava Schultes. Ava with 11 points, nice overall game for Fort Loramie. Lots of people to pick from for the Redskins.
Yes.
Colleen Brandewie had 10, Riley Heitkamp had 10, and they just had 7 different players in the scoring column here today in a very, really a very impressive win over the Anna Rockets.
Yep, very, very much so. So, going forward, Thursday, December 9th, the Fort Loramie Redskins will take on the Botkins Trojans. And on the 11th, this week from today, Anna will be at New Knoxville and Fort Loramie will be at Minster. So the beat goes on here in Fort Loramie. Girls high school basketball being played at a pretty high level already, just 4 games into the season. The Redskins move to 4-0. The Rockets fall to 2-2, and the Rockets 0-2 in the conference. So going to have some work to do if they're going to battle later this year for a Shelby County Athletic League title. So one last time from Fort Loramie High School, my name is Scott Fry. Beside me is Dave Helmstetter. We'd like to thank our director, Scott Robinson, our assistant director, Mr. Bryce Hamrick, and our camera operator, Kurt Kuffner. High school girls basketball, one last time, Fort Loramie 49, the Anna Rockets 25 here on NKTelco Sports.